No, reading of the purport is there.
No, no, Mataji, that also done.
That also done. Purport is also done. Now we'll start with 31st verse. 31st verse, 16 chapter, Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto. Atmanam cha anushochami bhavantam cha maduttamam dema pitrun rishin sadhun sarvan varnas tatha shramam. So now here mother cow, this is Dharani Vacha is going on. Hmm? Dharani Vacha is going on. Dharani is saying, hmm, so once you are maintained by these four legs and you increase the happiness of everyone. And when Lord was performing the pastimes here, he has all the wonderful qualities. But now, because he has left to his abode, the influence of Kali is seen everywhere. Because of that, I am thinking of myself. Because Dharma is asking, why are you so upset? The reason is been shown. What is the reason? Now Krishna is left for his abode. Where will Dharma and Jnana take shelter? Where am I going to find all these things? That is why I am thinking about myself. And also, oh, best of among the demigods, that is, she's talking to Dharmaraj actually. Dharani is speaking to Dharmaraj. Cow is speaking to Bull. They are the personification. As well as I am thinking about all the demigods also, sages also, denizens of Pitruloka, devotees of the Lord, and everyone, all the men obedient to the system of Varna and Ashrama in human society. So Dharani is thinking good about herself also and everyone. That means she's thinking about those who are following the systems of Varna and Ashrama, devotees, everyone. So that is why she says, I am upset because now Kali influence is there. This influence of Kali should not be there for the devotees, for all of you, for the denizens of the Pitruloka. So she is upset. Okay. Krishna Priya Mataji, read the purport also.
Hare Krishna Dandat Pranam Mataji. Text 31. Atmanam chanushocami bhavantam chamaruttamam devan pitrun rishin sadhun sarvan varnastastha ashraman. Translation and purport by Shri Prabhupada ki jai. I am thinking about myself and also, O best amongst the demigods, about you, as well as about all the demigods, sages, denizens of Pitruloka, devotees of the Lord, and all men abandoned to the system of Varna and Ashraman in human society. Purport. To effect the perfection of human life, there is cooperation between men and demigods, sages, denizens of the Pitruloka, devotees of the Lord, and the scientific system of Varna and Ashrama, order of life. The the distinction between human life and animal life, therefore, begins with the scientific system of Varna and Ashrama, guided by the experience of the sages in relation with the demigods, gradually rising to the summit of re establishing our eternal relation with the Supreme Absolute Truth. The personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna, when God made Varnashrama Dharma, which is strictly meant for developing animal consciousness into human consciousness and human consciousness into godly consciousness, is broken by advancement of foolishness. The whole system of peaceful and progressive life is at once disturbed. In the age of Kali, the first attack of the venomous snake strikes against the God-made Varnasrama Dharma. And thus, a person properly qualified as a Brahmana is called a Sudra, and a Sudra by qualification is passing as a Brahmana, all on a false birthright claim. To become a Brahmana by a birthright claim is not at all bona fide, although It may be fulfillment of one of the conditions, but the real qualification of Brahmana is to control the mind and the senses and to cultivate tolerance, simplicity, cleanliness, knowledge, truthfulness, devotion, and faith in the Vedic wisdom. The present is consideration of the necessary qualification is being neglected, and the false birthright claim is to becoming being supported even by a popular sophisticated poet, the author of Ramacharitamanasa. This is all due to the influence of the age of Kali. Thus, Mother Earth, represented as a cow, was lamenting the regrettable condition. Hare
So Mother Cow is representing. Huh.
Mataji, one small clarification. Here in this purport, it is said, when God made Varnashrama Dharma, which is strictly meant for developing animal consciousness into human consciousness. Why Varnashrama? It is a negative impact, no? Varnashrama was made to develop animal consciousness into human consciousness. Is there any interpretation? How to interpret this?
Lord Krishna, when God made Varnashma Dharma, which is strictly meant for developing animal consciousness into human consciousness. Barabar.
But animal consciousness is supposed to be lower than the human consciousness. Then Varnashrama is
No,
made to.
developing animalistic tendency to human tendency.
But why should
Anim-
something be there to
one
develop
moment,
animal
one
tendency
moment.
into human tendency?
Wait. Animal means unrestricted sense enjoyment. Okay? When you are a human, you cannot have this. Varnashrama gives a responsibility. You cannot be like an animal. Unrestricted sense enjoyment, you cannot do. You can first, you have to uplift to a human. And then, what is the purpose of Varnashrama? Atapumbe Dvijashreshta Varnashrama Vibhagasha Swanishtitasa Dharmasa Samsiddhir Haritoshanam. Varnashrama Purushena Parakumar Vishnu Aradite Pantanani Tatosha Karanam. Two things are there. One is for Haritoshanam, then Vishnu Aradite. For worshipping Vishnu and for satisfying Vishnu. Varnashrama is there. First, by giving Varnashrama, Krishna has divided the society, given the responsibility. Want to become a Grahastha? Marry. First marry. Don't have unrestricted sense enjoyment. So on the name of advancement, on the name of modernization, shh, who is talking? On the name of modernization, one cannot just say, I don't want to get married, but I'll be roaming with the girls. Doesn't work. Understood now? Animal consciousness to human, from human to divine. So that is not developing animal consciousness.
Okay. I was taking it
Unrestricted. Understood. I know what you
literally.
mean.
Literally.
Unrestricted sense enjoyment to taking responsibilities. From taking responsibilities, what is the purpose of becoming a Grahastha? Vishnu Aradite. Vishnu Aditoshanam. Okay. So last line. This is all due to the influence of the age of Kali. Thus, Mother Earth, represented as a cow, was lamenting the regrettable condition. Okay. 32 to 33 now. Brahmadaya Bahutitham Yadapangapu Brahmadaya Bahutitam Yadapangamoksha Kamastapasamacharan Bhagavat Prapannaha Sashri Swavasamara Vindavanam Vihaya Yadapad Saubhagamalam Bhajate Nurakta Tasyaham Abju अब्ज कुलिशाङ्कुशके तुकयेतै श्रीमत्पदैर्भगवतः समरं कृताङ्गी त्रीनत्यरोच उपलभ्य ततो विभूतिं लोकान् समां व्यसृजत् स्मयतीं तदन्ते. Okay. Brahma, the demigods such as Brahma, Bahutitam for many days, Yato of Lakshmi, the goddess of fortune, Apanga Moksha, glance of grace, Kamaha being desirous, Tapaha finances, Samacharan executing, Bhagavat Prapanna surrendered to Lord. Lakshmi ji, the goddess of fortune, whose glance of grace was sought by demigods like Brahma, and for whom they surrendered many a days unto the personality of Godhead. Then what she did, Sa Shrim Swavasam. Lakshmi ji, Shri, Sa means Lakshmi ji. Arvindavanam, the forest of lotus flowers. So her abode is full of lotus flowers. Vihaya, left that. Yadapada Saubhagam. And she left her abode. And what she did, she engaged in the service of Lord. Anuraktaha. Saubhagam, alam, bhajate. Bhajate means worshipping. The all blissful lotus feet being attached. Tasya aham is myself, is then myself. Abja lotus flower, Pulisha thunderbolt, Ankusha rod for driving elephants, Ketu flag, Ketahi impressions, Shrima the owners of one of all appearances, Padai by the souls of the feet, Bhagavataha of the personality of God, Sabalankrita Angi, one whose body is decorated, 3 in 3, Ati superseding, arose beautifully decorated, Upalabhya having obtained, Tatha thereafter, Vibhutin's specific powers, Lokan, planetary system. Sa hi mame Vyasrajat gave up Ut, Utsmayatim, while feeling proud, Tadante at the end. So I was endowed with specific powers to supersede the fortune of all the 3 planetary systems by being decorated with the impressions of the flag, thunderbolt, elephant driving rod, lotus flower, which are all the signs of the lotus feet of the Lord. But at the end, when I felt I was so fortunate, the Lord lifted me. Okay. So Lakshmi ji, what she did, whose glance is sought by demigods like Brahma, even Brahma prays to get mercy of Lakshmi. One of the Narsimha's name is Malola Narsimha. Malola means where mother gives mercy to Brahmaji. Ma means mother. Malola Narsimha. So Brahmaji, he prays to get mercy of Lakshmiji. And for that, what he did, he surrendered to Lord to get the mercy of Lakshmiji. And what Lakshmiji did, she left her abode. Her abode is full of lotus flowers, so beautiful abode. And where she came? She just came with the lotus feet of Krishna. And here, Dharani is telling, I was so fortunate that Krishna is walking on me. I have all the signs of Krishna. Krishna's lotus feet has thunderbolt, lotus, the gold, elephant driving rod, and flag is there. Then you have swastik, then you have pots, then you have jamun. You have many things. You have umbrella, like that. Many signs of lotus feet of Krishna is there. And that was all. I was so alankrita, means I was decorated with these signs of the lotus feet of Krishna. Now, when I was so fortunate and I'm feeling proud of it, suddenly Krishna leaves me also and goes. This is pride Krishna does not tolerate. Same thing happens with Radharani. Radharani feels that I am so fortunate. Krishna carried me alone. And Krishna immediately drops her and then goes. That means when gopis felt the pride that we are able to make Krishna dance according to our tune, Krishna left the gopis along with Radharani. Radharani thinks I am the best of the gopis. Immediately Krishna leaves her also and goes. Krishna does not tolerate pride. Even in small pride, Krishna does not tolerate. That is why the moment we say, "Oh, I have done this, I have done this," Krishna smiles. Krishna says, "What you have done? Everything, whatever samarthya person has, Krishna only gives. Somebody can cook nicely, somebody can dress nicely, Krishna, somebody can clean everything nicely. The moment we feel that I am the best of all, God, whatever samarthya we have is only because of Krishna, because Krishna wants that samarthya to be used at his service." Okay. So we'll read. Narayana is there. Narayana, read all the verses and read the
Yes, Mataji.
translation.
32 and 33, na?
32, 33.
Yes, Mataji. ब्रह्मादयो बहुतिथम् ब्रह्मादयो बहुतिथं यदपाङ्गमोक्ष कामास्तप समचरन् भगवत् प्रपन्नाः सा श्री स्ववासमरविन्दवनं विहाय यत्पादसौभगमलं भजते नुरक्ता तस्याहं तस्याहमब् तस्याहमम् हमब्जु तस्याहमब्जकुल कुलिशाङ्कुशकेतुकेतै श्रीमत् पदैर्भगवतः समलङ्कृताङ्गी त्रिनत्यरोच उपलभ्य ततो विभूतिं लोकान् समां व्यसृज स्मयतिं तदन्ते. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. Lakshmi ji, the goddess of fortune, whose glance of grace was sought by demigods like Brahma and for whom they surrendered many a day unto the personality of Godhead, gave up her own abode in the forest of lotus flowers and engaged herself in the service of the lotus feet of the Lord. I was endowed with specific powers to supersede the fortune of all the three planetary systems by being decorated with the impressions of the flag, thunderbolt, elephant driving rod, and lotus flowers, which are signs of the lotus feet of the Lord. But at the end, when I felt I was so fortunate, the Lord left me. Purport. The beauty and opulence of the world can be enhanced by the grace of the Lord and not by any man-made planning. When the Lord Sri Krishna was present on this earth, the impressions of the special signs of his lotus feet were stamped on the dust. And as a result of this specific grace, the whole earth was made as perfect as possible. In other words, the rivers, the seas, the forests, the hills, and the mines, which are supplying agents for the necessities of men and animals, were fully discharging their respective duties. Therefore, the riches of the world surpassed all the riches of all other planets in the three planetary systems of the universe. One should therefore ask that the grace of the Lord always be present on earth so that we may be favored with his causeless mercy and be happy, having all necessities of life. One may ask how we can detain the Supreme Lord on this earth after his mission is fulfilled, and he has left this earth for his own abode. The answer is that there is no need to detain the Lord. The Lord, being omnipresent, can be present with us if we want him at all. By his omnipresence, he can always be with us if we are attached to his devotional service by hearing, chanting, remembering, etc. There is nothing in the world with which the Lord is disconnected. The only thing we must learn is to excavate the source of the connection and thus be linked with him by offenseless service. We can be connected with him by the transcendental sound representation of the Lord. The holy name of the Lord and the Lord himself are identical. And one who chants the holy name of the Lord in an offenseless manner can at once realize that the Lord is present before him. Even by the vibration of radio wave, we can partially realize sound relativity. And by resounding the sound of transcendence, we can verily feel the presence of the Lord. In this age, when everything is polluted by the contamination of Kali, it is instructed in the scriptures and preached by Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that by chanting the holy name of the Lord, we can at once be free from contamination and gradually rise to the status of transcendence and go back to Godhead. The offenseless chanter of the holy name of the Lord is as auspicious as the Lord himself, and the movement of pure devotees of the Lord all over the world can at once change the troublesome face of the world. Only by the propagation of the holy name of the Lord can we be immune from all effects of the age of Kali. Hare Krishna.
Mm. Only by the propagation of the chanting of the holy name of the Lord will we be immune from all effects of the age of Kali. Okay. Next. या वै ममाति भरमासुरवं शिशराज्ञाम् अक्षौहिणी शतमपानुददात् किमतन्त्रतः स्वाङ्गुस्थमून पदमात्मनि पौरुषेण सम्पादयन् यदुषु रम्यम् अभिभृदङ्गम् रम्यम् अभिभृदङ्गम्. Yeah, he who, why certainly, mama mind, ati bharam, too burdensome, asura vamshaha, unbelievers, Ragyam of the kings, Akshauhini, one military division, Akshauhini, they consist of 21,870 chariots, 21,870 elephants, 1,09,350. That means it is 5 times. 5, yes. It's also 5 times infantry. 5 times of 21,870 is 1,09,350. And it is 4 times, 3 times. 3 times of elephant is horses. That is 65,610. Easy to remember. Chariot, elephants are the same. Infantry are 5 times, horses are 3 times. This is one Akshauhini. Okay. So, yaha hi, why certainly, mama mind, ati bharam, burdensome asura vamsha unbelievers, Rakyam of the kings, Akshauhini, one military division, Shatam, hundreds of such divisions, Apanudat, extirpated. What is extirpated? Does he meaning? Narayana, what is extirpated?
Yes, Mataji.
Extirpated means what? Apanudat.
Where,
See the
Mataji?
meaning of Apanudat. Apanudat.
Apanudat.
Extirpated. His meaning is extirpated. Some words which we have not come across when you're studying. Atmatantrataha, just see the dictionary. Self-sufficient.
Extirpate means eradicate or destroy completely.
Okay. This thumb put into difficulty. Una padam, devoid of strength to stand. Atmani, internal. Paurishena, by dint of energy. Sampadayan, for executing. Divshu, in the Yadu dynasty. Ramyam, transcendently beautiful. Abhibhrat, accepted. Angam, body. O personality of Godhead, I was greatly overwhelmed by the undue military phalanx arranged by the atheistic kings, and I was relieved by the grace of the Lord. Similarly, you were also in a distressed position, weakened in your standing strength, and thus he also incarnated by his internal energy in the family of the Yadus to relieve you. So, Akumaya, Krishna says, I have appeared. Idai dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyuttanam dharmasya ratmanam sujami. To establish religion, I have appeared. That means to protect you, he appeared. And then I was burdened by all these atheistic kings. He appeared, eradicated everyone. So in this way, I was so relieved. I was so relieved when he is there. And now because he has gone to his abode, Kali influence is there. That is why I am in distress. The question asked by the bull, is personification of Dharma, is that why are you upset? Are you upset because you're seeing that I am standing just on one leg? So then the answer is given. I am upset because Krishna is not there now here. Krishna has left to his abode. And I was so much decorated by his lotus feet with all the symbols. And now I was also relieved from the burden of the Christic kings. And I saw that how he has protected you. He has appeared by his own internal potency, Atmamaya. This is the answer given. Neeraj Prabhu, please read.
Mataji, should I read?
Yes, 34th verse.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Mataji. Hari Bol. यो वै ममाति भर्मासुरवंशराज्ञा मक्षौहिणी शतमपानुददात् मन्त्रम् त्वां दुःस्थमुनपद्मात्मनि पौरुषेण सम्पादयन् युधुषु रम्य विभ्रदं गमम्य Hare Krishna. Translation. O personality of religion, I was greatly overburdened by the undue military phalanx says arranged by atheistic kings, and I was relieved by the grace of personality of Godhead. Similarly, you were also in a distressed condition, weakened in your standing strength, and thus he also incarnated by his internal energy in the family of the Yadus to relieve you. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. The Asuras wanted to enjoy a life of sense gratification, even at the cost of others' happiness. In order to fulfill this ambition, the Asuras, especially atheistic kings or state executive heads, tried to equip themselves with all kinds of deadly weapons to bring about a war in a peaceful society. They have no ambition other than personal aggrandizement, and thus Mother Earth feels overburdened by such undue increases of military strength. By increase of the Asuric population, those who follow the principles of religion become unhappy, especially the devotees or devas. In such a situation, the personality of Godhead incarnates to vanquish the unwanted asuras and to re-establish the true principles of religion. This was the mission of Lord Sri Krishna, and he fulfilled it. Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam.
Krishna. Next. कावा सहित विरहं पुरुषोत्तमस्य प्रेमावलोक रुचिरस्मित् वल्गुजपैः धैर्यं समानं महरन् मधुमानिनीनां रोमोत्सवो मम यदङ्घ्रि विटङ्कितायाः का who va either sahita and tolerate viraha separation purushottamasya the supreme personality of God prema loving avaloka glancing ruchira smith please smile valgujalpai hearty appeals stadium gravity samanam along with passionate breath aharat conquered madhu sweethearts maninam women such as Satyabhama, Romotsavaha, hair standing on end out of pleasure, Mama, mine, yet whose angry feet, Vitankitaya, imprinted with. Who therefore can tolerate the pangs of separation from that Supreme Personality of Godhead? Who ka sahita? Who can tolerate viraham? He could conquer the gravity and passionate wrath of his sweethearts like Satyabhama by sweet smile of love, pleasing glance, hearty appeals. When he traversed my surface, earth's surface, I would be immersed in the dust of his lotus feet, and thus would be sumptuously covered with grass, which appeared like hair standing on me out of pleasure. So this is how he gave me pleasure, and he could even pacify Satyabhama. Satyabhama is known for getting angry, passionate anger. So he could satisfy by just his sweet smiles, hearty appeals. And then when he was traveling on me, at the time I was sumptuously covered with grass. So that is what the beauty I had. Okay. Kamalakshmi Mataji, you read.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Canto Pranam. Text
Kamalakshmi
35.
Mataji.
Sorry, Mataji.
I am pronouncing your name, Kamalakshi. I say Kamalakshmi.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Kavasaketabhragam Purushottamasya Prema Lavaloka Rushirasmita Valgujalpai Dhairyam Samanam Aharan Madhu Maninam Ramotsavam Angri Vikankitayaha. Translation purport by Srila Prabhupada Jai Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. Who therefore can tolerate the pangs of separation from the Supreme Personality of Godhead? He could conquer the gravity of personal breath of his sweethearts like Satyabhama by his sweet smile of love, pleasing glance of hearty appeals when he traversed by earth's surface. I would be immersed in the dust of his lotus feet and thus would be sumptuously covered with grass which appeared like earth standing on me out of pleasure. Purport. There were chances of separation between the Lord and his thousands of coins because of the Lord's being absent from home. But as far as his connection with earth was concerned, the Lord would cross the earth with his lotus feet, and therefore there was no chance of separation. When the Lord left the surface of the earth to return to his spiritual abode, the earth's feelings of separation were therefore more acute. Hare Krishna Mataji.
So the last verse. Tayorevam kathayatoh पृथ्वी धर्मयोस्तदाच परीक्षित्रा ततो देवं कथयतो पृथिवी धर्मयोस्तदा परीक्षिन्नाम राजर्षि प्राप्त प्राचीं सरस्वतीं. Tayo between them, evam thus, Kathayato engaged in conversation, Prithvi Dharmayoho, of the personality of religion, Tada at that time, Parikshit, King Parikshit, Naman of the name, Raja Rishi, a saint among the kings, Praptaha arrived, Prachin, flowing towards the east, Saraswati, river Saraswati. So while the earth and the personality of religion were thus engaged in conversation, the saintly King Parikshit reached the shore of Saraswati river, which flowed towards the east. As in the Bhaktivedanta purports of the first Canto 16th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam entitled How Parikshit Received the Age of Kali. Okay, last verse. Adi Shakti Mataji read. Read. You unmute yourself. Unmute Mataji. Vimla Mataji, you read. Mataji, read.
Hare Krishna Mataji. तयोरेकं कथयतो पृथ्वी धर्मयोस्तदा परीक्षिन्नाम राजर्षि प्राप्तः प्राची सरस्वतीम्. Translation: While the earth and the personality of religion were thus engaged in conversation, the saintly King Parikshit reached the shore of the Saraswati river, which flowed towards the east. Thus end the Bhakti Vedanta purports of the first canto, 16th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled How Parikshit Received the Age of Kali. Hare Krishna.
Okay. Now we'll start with 17th chapter. Any doubts in the 16th chapter? No doubts. Okay, we'll start with the 17th chapter, which we'll try to complete by the end of December. 5 verses at a time, that is what I took the count. If we do little more, we can take up 18 calls. By January, we have to somehow complete first canto, at least mid-February. Then we can start the second canto by March first week. Okay. Punishment and reward of Kali. Sutuvacha tatra gomithunam raja halyamanam anathavat dandahastam chavashalam Dagrashe Lanchanam. Sutta Goswami says that thereupon go Mithunam, cow and bull, when he saw cow and bull, Raja, Hanyamanam, there was a king was beating, Anathavat, appearing to be prophet of the owner, Dandahastam, with a club in the hand. Cha also, Varshalam, lower caste Shudra, the Dagrashe observed, Rupai king, Lanchanam dressed like. So Maharaj Parikshit saw a low caste Shudra dressed like a king and beating a cow and bull with a club as if they had no owner. So this is what the first he saw, this cow and bull, they are in so much of vitha. 3 legs are broken. Okay, read. Vimla over, Anjana read.
Mataji, Hare Krishna Mataji, Danvat Pranam.
I can hear. Read.
Chapter 17, slok number 1. Suta ubacha tatra gomi raja anyamanam anathavat danda hastancha vishalang dadrisher nipalanchanam. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Suta Goswami said, after reaching that place, Maharaja Parikshit observed that a lower caste Sudra dressed like a king was beating a cow and bull with a club, and as if they had no owner. Purport: the principal sign of the age of Kali is the lower caste Sudras, that is, men without Brahmanical culture and spiritual initiation will be dressed like administrators or kings, and the principal business of such non-Kshatriya rulers will be to kill the innocent animals, especially the cows and the bulls, who shall be unprotected by their masters, the bona fide Vaishyas, the mercantile community. In the Bhagavad Gita 1844, it is said that the Vaishyas are meant to deal in agriculture, cow protection and trade. In the age of Kali, the degraded Vaishyas and mercantile men are engaged in supplying cows to slaughterhouses. The Kshatriyas are meant to protect the citizens of the state, whereas the Vaishyas are meant to protect the cows and bulls and utilize them to produce grains and milk. The cow is meant to deliver milk and the bull is meant to produce grains. But in the age of Kali, the Sudra class of men are in the posts of administrators, and the cows and bulls, or the mothers and the fathers, unprotected by the Vaishyas, are subjected to the slaughterhouses organized by the Sudra administrators. Hare Krishna Mataji.
The Prabhupada writes, those who are lacking the culture they are actually Shudras. And those who are not having Brahminical culture, no spiritual initiation, they'll be dressed like administrators of the kings. But their business is what? To kill innocent animals. Okay. Vrisham Vrunanadavalam Mehantim Iva Bibhyadam Bibhyatam Vepamanam Padaikena Sidantam Shudrataditam. Vrisham, the bull, Mrinala Dhavalam, as white as a lotus, as white as a white lotus. Mehantam, urinating, Iva as if Vibhyatam, being too afraid. Vepamanam, trembling. Padaikanam, standing on only one leg. Sidantam, terrified. Shudataditam, being beaten by Shudra. Bull is so afraid. This bull is so white, wonderful white as a white lotus flower. Now it's too terrified because the Shudra is beating him. So afraid, standing on one leg, trembling and urinating. Bangladesh devotees are having this problem. No, no, what is going on? A great leader is put into the bars, and the government has appealed, ISKCON has appealed to the government to release the great leader, this very tall person, he who fought for everyone. This is what happens. The administration goes in the hands of wrong people, and they beat innocent like anything. Now just see what must be his state. This is why all the devotees should pray sincerely that he should be relieved. Not only he, the devotees who are suffering in Bangladesh, they all must be protected. Bangladesh is the place where actually many acharyas were born. It's a place of acharyas. Bangladesh is a place where many acharyas were born. Just because of the wrong rulers, Bangladesh has become such a worst now the country, the most worst country where they are beating on the name of religion. Secularism is not there. Just there's so much of autocracy is going on. So one has to pray. All the devotees have to pray. This is the condition. Out we're reading is the same thing. Dharma is lost. Dharma is lost. Okay. Ashok Prabhu, please read.
Hare Krishna. Prasham Ranaladavalam Mehantamiva Vibhyatam Vepamanam Padaikena Sidantam Shudrataditam. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The bull was as white as a white lotus flower. He was terrified of the Shudra who was beating him, and he was so afraid that he was standing on one leg, trembling and urinating. Purport. The next symptom of the age of Kali is that principles of religion, which are all spotlessly white, like the white lotus flower, will be attacked by the uncultured Shudra population of the age. They may be descendants of Brahmana or Kshatriya forefathers, but in the age of Kali, for want of sufficient education and culture of Vedic wisdom, such a Shudra-like population will defy the principles of religion, and persons who are religiously endowed with the principles of religion will be terrified by such men. They will declare themselves as adherents of no religious principles, and many isms and cults will spring up in Kali Yuga only to kill the spotless bull of religion. The state will be declared to be secular or without any particular principle of religion, and as a result, there will be total indifference to the principles of religion. The citizens will be free to act as they like without respect for sadhu, shastra, and guru. The bull standing on one leg indicates that the principles of religion are gradually diminishing. Even the fragmental existence of religious principles will be embarrassed by so many obstacles as if in the trembling condition of falling down at any time. Hari.
So this is now the situation. What is the situation? People are suffering. in the wrong hands. And that is because of impious rulers. Impious rulers, the wrong administration, that's what is given. Next. That's okay. गां च धर्म युगां युगां दीनां वृषं शूद्र पदाहतां विवत् सामाश्रुवदनां क्षामां यव समिच्छतीं गां the cow. She also dharma yugham beneficial because one can draw religion from her. Deenam now rendered poor, Vrisham distressed, Shudra the lower caste, Pada ahatam beaten on the legs, Vyatsam totally calf, Ashru vadanam with tears in her eyes, Shamam very weak, Yavasam grass, Ichatim as if desiring to have some grass to eat. Although the cow is beneficial because one can draw religious principles from her, she is now rendered poor and calfless. Her legs were beaten by the Shudra. There were tears in her eyes, and she was distressed and weak. She was hankering after some grass in the field. Actually, it's a fortune to feed the cows. It's a fortune to have cows. Sometimes I feel how this project has been given to take care of cows. We have 200 cows. When we go there, the cows see us. We feel so nice. They recognize. I go once in a month, sometimes twice a month. But somehow this seva has been given. Somebody told me, Mataji, how much we are putting the money on their feed fodder. I said, we should. We should. We have to protect. She's a mother. It is said, some part of your income you should keep for serving the cows. Because cow is our mother. And just see, if we don't do that, if devotees don't take care of the cows, then who will take care of the cows? They'll be on the streets eating some plastics. Beating the cow or making the cow eat plastic is the same thing. You know how much pain that the cow has when the plastic goes inside. When there were nearly 25 to 30 cows which were given to us, when the project was given to me, the land was just open land, nothing. So it was given to me to take care. The open land, no cows, nothing. When I entered, and that is the time they gave this opportunity to me. So the time 25 cows they gave, and these cows they told they have stopped giving milk. If you want to take, or we are giving it to the slaughterhouse. So we took them, and slowly the cows started like after 1 year, 2 years, are leaving the body, and we used to bury them. Practically after that, we used to see so many plastics and all, because well, somebody told we should see what is there inside the stomach, why it is happening. So many plastics they've eaten. So yes, that's why it's very dangerous to put plastics on the road. You should not do that. And these cows they eat, and they want to eat grass, but they go in the dustbin and eat whatever they can. So it is our duty to protect them. Now, especially the fodder time, we are trying to keep all the fodders, accumulate the fodder till May, because till May, June, you don't get anything. Now is the time, harvesting time is there. This time, dry fodder comes. So I request every devotee to donate for this cause. This is the most wonderful month. In this month, this rice fodder is cut, and this dry grass is given. So we are trying to collect as much as possible so that they don't suffer during the summer seasons. Summer seasons practically no grass in the fields. What they leave, dry whatever we store now. So whatever possible services we are trying to do, and with the help of all the devotees we do. So this is given here because she hankers for some grass in the field. That's true. And beating the cow is as good as putting it in the dustbin. Go and see in the dustbin what is there for you. Nothing is there, eat plastics. Should not happen that. Always serve the cows very nicely. It's actually a fortune. Which fortune we have got, we don't know that we are serving the cows. Even Ashok Prabhuji also has adopted a cow. So I request if you're available in Bombay, come in the yatra. Boisar Talasari GV yatra we are taking. 3 Goshalas in Bombay. We have Boisar, we have Talasari, and we are taking to JV. So this Goshala trip is there on 21 and 22. I request devotees to join if you are within Bombay. Okay, so that we can go love our cows. Cows are so wonderful. They are the only ones, the only mother who really takes care of a child. Our own mother may think something else, may eat something nonsense, but mother cow never eats anything nonsense. She eats what is required for us, provided we keep them in a nice place. Okay, so we'll read Vaikunteshwari Mataji, you please read. Your names have been changed now. Narottam Prabhu, Vaikunteshwari Mataji. Good. Vaikunteshwari is Narayani, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
So we are serving Narayani Devi, Narayani Mata, Narayani Devi. So you got Narayani Devi Dasi. You are also serving Narayani. So Vaikunteshwari Devi. Who is Vaikunteshwari? That is Narayani.
Hare Hare Krishna. Yes, please.
Read Mataji.
Kama cha dharma dugham dina vrisham shudra pada hatam vivassam ashura vadam
Sama Shvadanam Shamam. But Vivatsam Ashruvadanam.
vivassam ashru vadnam shama yavasma
Shamam Yavasam Ichatim.
shama yavasamichitim.
Read.
Although the cow is beneficial because one can draw religious principle from him, she was now rendered poor and calfless.
So
Her
what are
legs
the religious principles we can derive from cows? 4 things: purity, austerity, truthfulness, and non-violence. The 4 principles we can get from cow. Purity, yes. Cow's milk is pure. Cow gobar is pure. Gomutra is pure. Every day one should drink gomutra. Little gomutra in the water. Automatically it feels so pure. Keep it a habit. While sleeping, no sleep. After waking up, gomutra. Then drinking milk. Then drinking chas. Ghee. On this Sattvam Satchayate Jnana. Aha Shuddha Sattva Shuddhi. So first is purity. Non-violence. Yes, all the bad, krura, you can say, krura thoughts, evil thoughts, automatically goes away. One Muslim was, he was an auto driver. He was saying to him, माताजी अगर हमने सिर्फ 5 साल गाय का दूध पिया ना, हम ब्राह्मण हो जाएंगे. That's true. At least he has that faith. That's true. All the krurta will automatically go away. Family qualities come. Just see how much faith that person has. Purity, austerity, automatically austerity. Yes, when you have so much of satoguna, you wake up early in the morning. That is austerity. You chant the holy name. Compassion. Compassion comes. You love everyone. And everyone naturally loves you. Purity, austerity, truthfulness, and truthfulness. Yes. A person who has satoguna will never speak lies. And if he is speaking truth, it will be priyam also, hitam also. Okay, read.
Translation. Although the cow is beneficial because one can draw religious principle from her, she was now rendered poor and calfless. Her legs have been beaten by Shudra. There were tears in her eyes, and she was distressed and weak. She was hankering after some grass in the field. Purport. The next symptom of age of Kali is distressed condition of the cow. Milking the cow means drawing the principle of religion in a liquid form. The great rishis and munis would live only on milk. Srila Sukadev Goswami would go to a householder while he was milking a cow, and he would simply take a little quantity of it for his subsistence. Even 50 years ago, no one would deprive a sadhu or a quarter of two of milk, and every householder would give milk like water. For Sanatanis, a follower of Vedic principle, it is the duty of every householder
They
to
used
have
to give
cows.
milk like water, na? They used to go on giving. Now they are adding milk in water and give. That is the difference.
Duty of every householder to have cows and bulls as household paraphernalia, not only for drinking milk, but also for deriving religious principles. The Sanatanist worship cows on religious principle and respect Brahmanas. The cow's milk is required for the sacrificial fire, and by performing sacrifice, the householder can be happy. The cow's calf not only is beautiful to look at, but also gives the cow, but also gives satisfaction to the cow, and so the satisfaction to the cow, and so she delivers such a milk as possible. But in Kali Yuga, the calves are separated from the cows as early as possible for the purpose which may not be mentioned in the pages of Srimad Bhagavatam. The cow stand with tears in her eyes. The Shudra milkman draws milk from the cow artificially, and when there is no milk, the cow is sent to be slaughtered. These greatly sinful acts are responsible for all the trouble in present society. People do not know what they are doing in the name of economical development. The influence of Kali will keep them in the darkness of ignorance. Despite all endeavors for peace and prosperity, they must try to see the cow and the bull's happy face in all respect. Foolish people do not know how one earns happiness by making the cows and bulls happy, but it is a fact by the law of nature. Let us take it from here. Let us take it from the authority of Srimad Bhagavatam and adopt the principle for the total happiness of humanity. Hare Krishna.
Hare.
Okay, the last verse. Papracha Ratamarudha Kartaswaravaparichadam Megambiraya Vacha Samaropita Karmukah. Papracha inquired. Ratham chariot. Arudha seated on. Kartaswara gold. Parichadam embossed with Megha cloud. Gambhiraya. Exonerating Vacha sound. Samaropita well equipped. Karmukaha arrows and bows. So now Parishad Maharaj was well equipped with arrows and bows, seated on a gold embossed chariot, spoke to the Shudra with a deep voice, sounding like a elder. His voice also should be strong. Then the others will get afraid. Especially the Kshatriyas. They should have a nice sound, nice voice. Jumur is making child sleep, and Vasandani Prabhu, you're free.
I can read, Mataji.
Okay, read.
प्रपच्छ रथमारूढः कार्तस्वरपरिच्छदं मेघगम्भीरया वाचा समारोपितकार्मुकः. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Maharaj Parikshit, well equipped with arrows and bow and seated on a gold embossed chariot, spoke to him, the Shudra, with a deep voice sounding like thunder. Purport. An administrative head or king like Maharaj Parikshit with full majestic authority, well equipped with weapons to chastise miscreants, can challenge the agents of the age of Kali. Then only will it be possible to counteract the degraded age. And in the absence of such strong executive heads, there is always disruption of tranquility. The elected show bottle executive head, as representative of a degraded public, cannot be equal with a strong king like Maharaj Parikshit. The dress or style of royal order does not count. It is one's actions which are counted. Hare Krishna.
Okay, last two, so we'll take one more. So the five verses we can do. Kastavyam Macharanam Loke Baladhamsya Balam Bali Naradevo Siveshena Natavat Karmana Vijaha. Who are Tom? Who are you? Mat, mine, Sharane, under protection, Loke in this world. Balad by force, Hamsi killing. Abalan, those who are helpless. Bali, although full of strength, Naradeva, man god. Asi, appear to be Veshena by your dress, Natavat, like a theatrical player, Karmana by deeds, Advijaha, a man not wise born by culture. Who are you? You appear to be strong and yet to dare kill. Within my protection, those who are helpless. By your dress, you pose yourself to be a godly man king, but by your deeds, you're opposing the principles of twice born Kshatriyas. Advijaha. So by your dress, you feel like you look like a king. But what are you doing? You're doing an adharmic activity. Okay. Krishna Priya reads.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Kastvam Macharane Loko Baladvasta Balan Bali Naradevosi Veshena Natavak Karmanadvijaha. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Oh, who are you? You appear to be strong and yet you dare kill. Within my protection, those who are helpless by your dress, you pose yourself to be a godly man, like king. But by your deeds, you are opposing the principles of the twice born Kshatriyas. Purport. The Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, and Vaisyas are called twice born because for these higher classes of men, there is one birth by parental conjugation and there is another birth of cultural rejuvenation by spiritual initiation from the bona fide acharya or spiritual master. So a Kshatriya is also twice born like a Brahmana, and his duty is to give protection to the hopeless. The Kshatriya king is considered to be the representative of God, to give protection to the helpless and chastic the miscreants. Whenever there are anomalies in this routine work by the administrator, there is an incarnation of the Lord to re-establish the principles of a godly kingdom. In the age of Kali, the poor, helpless animals, especially the cows, which are meant to receive all sorts of protection from the administrative hands, are killed within restriction. Thus, the administrative heads under those noses such things happens are representative of God in name only. Such powerful administrator are rulers of the poor citizens by dress or office. But factually, they are worthless, lower class men with the cultural assets of the twice born. No one can expect justice or equality of treatment from once born, spiritually uncultured, lower class man. Therefore, in the age of Kali, is unhappy due to the maladministration of the status. The modern human society is not twice born by the spiritual culture. Therefore, the people's government by the people who are not twice born must be a government of Kali in which everyone is unhappy. Hare Krishna.
So it is given here. People's government by the people, who are not twice born, must be a government of Kali in which everyone is unhappy. This is by the people, of the people, for the people. This type doesn't work. If people's mentality is wrong, or people are purchase and by the people. Like this government will be what? It will be only a government influenced by Kali. People give money to buy the votes. That is why we have to be very careful to whom we are voting. Okay? So I'll stop here. Any questions?
What is
We'll
to
have
be
it.
Mataji, I
Coming
just have one query, very simple one. So if you can help me. The query is, Mataji, in the first shloka of the 17th chapter, it is written that, Parikshit Maharaj met bull. But the second shloka is explaining that as cow. So what is the difference? Like the cow and the bull are two
cow
different.
and bull both has been written. Both. Met both. You see the word to word translation? Cow and bull.
So he met a cow and a bull both at the same time.
That's what is written, na? What is written in the see the word to word translation? What is the word is written? Cow and bull.
Okay, good. So the bull was white, he was terrified, he was okay. So I was under the impression that he met only the bull, and so there was cow and the bull both. Yes. Okay. Thank you, Mataji.
Word is given, na? What is that word given? Go Mithunam.
Yes, Mataji, you are right. Thank you.
Yes. Who else?
Hare Krishna.
in Kali, condition is horrible. Everyone is unhappy. So what is to be done? Like how? What is the solution?
Harina. Only the last purpose is to avoid the influence of Kali, just chant the holy name. Holy name has power. That's why every purpose Prabhupada writes it. To avoid the influence of Kali, chant. A person who chants automatically is relieved from this. Kali means quarrel. You use your tongue for chanting. Simple.
But
Cause of
Mataji, practically, let's say what is happening in Bangladesh, the way they, people have discredited the entire, decredited the entire temple, and the photographs were there of Jagannath ji over there in the, like I had tears in my eyes. Like this has to be, there has to be a strategy, other than chanting, because we have seen in history 17 times Muhammad Ghori came and he plundered the wealth of the
that
Somnath
is
temple.
why our Gurukul culture is you should develop Kshatriyas also. That is
So,
why one should have the friendship with RSS.
so
They are all
exactly.
Kshatriyas.
My point is that now what are we doing? Now today again there was this news, or yesterday there was this news.
Now see, ISKCON
Brahmachari
should
has been
come.
arrested.
ISKCON should come along with 3 to 4 Kshatriya leaders. RSS, BJP, they are all Kshatriyas. They are there to protect.
But
So when
I
you come
don't see
along with such
ISKCON
leaders,
Mataji coming forward like that right now. Like ISKCON has a different philosophy. Like they seem to be very peaceful, loving, peace-loving people. Like there was this
see
Vaishnav.
every society has 4 types: Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, Shudras. So Brahmanas are peaceful. They'll be learning the scriptures. They should take the help of Kshatriyas. Or Kshatriyas should protect the Brahmanas. Simple. It's a duty of the Kshatriya. That is why they should go together, hand in hand. Only peaceful doesn't work. You will be very peaceful or somebody will come and put bomb on you. That is why you should be in friendship with such leaders who need to be guided. Simple. Now we
So,
have RSS leaders coming to our temple. They sit in my class, they hear. Why?
so it's
We have
so
to we have to cultivate them also, na?
I just wanted to share, Mataji, something very confidential again, only for the members over here. I happened to meet up with this gentleman called Dr. Vishnu Jain. He is the one who has fought the case of Ram Mandir, Ayodhya, and we won finally the case. So he and his father, they were the ones who had been, pushing this entire case. And it is like he came down to Mumbai and he was sharing the data, how many still, temples are under control of Muslims. So one of the things that he mentioned over there was very important, which I think everybody should know, that we are almost in a situation where anything can happen. And one Ayodhya was taken, and temple was built in, but nothing happened from the other side. But it is possible that there are so many more cases like Mathura, and then Kashi, and then so many other cases where there could be a backlash from the Muslim community. And therefore it is important for Hindus to have arms and ammunition in their houses, legal one. That means along with Shastra, there should be Shastra also. And he has given the entire
One who studies
documentation
Shastra
process.
cannot hold Shastra. First thing. One who studies Shastra cannot hold Shastra. Nature differs. You cannot say Brahmana to hold a Shastra. That is why Brahmanas should go along with Kshatriyas whose work is to hold Shastra. You cannot have gun in one hand and Bhagavatam. It doesn't work. Your nature will not allow. It is according to the nature. Even within the ISKCON community, those who have Kshatriya type leaders, they should be trained with that. Simple. See, society is mixed with 4 type of people. Even Shudras enter the temple. Shudras cannot immediately become a Brahmana. The nature of the Shudra is to serve the high up class. There may Brahminical people who can be encouraged in reading the scriptures, preaching the scriptures. And that will be Kshatriya type of people who can also read the scriptures. In Gurukul, everybody is allowed to read the scriptures. And who has that dashing leadership quality. Everybody cannot become a leader. So that leader, but again, when you are with the Shastras, difficult to hold gun in the hand. But still, if you have that quality of a leadership, yes, you should be trained. Both should be there actually. Like this leader, he protested. Actually, he has a Kshatriya type of quality. He protested, but he was weak because he was just one single person there. What to do? He was helpless because authorities were not. They had more power. One single person with maybe many others, but still they don't have authority. No? There should be an authority also.
Exactly.
That is why intelligence is required. When you protest, more of intelligence is required. It's not just your sentiments and emotions.
Exactly.
You cannot just go and just fight. You should know that you are opposing whom, their strength is more. That is why first training in the Kshatriya is you first go and see their strength. Even when you have a wrestling match, the one who is powerful intentionally gets beaten by the opponent so that he wants to know what is the strength of that opponent. And then he gives that dram dum. So first, first know your strength. You are so weak. You're already been suppressed so much. And after that, you are opposing. What will happen? You'll be put inside the bars only. Na? So one should work with intelligence, not with emotions or sentiments. When we do this sentimental and emotional things, we'll end up in all these things only. And we could have done very systematically, taking the help of Indian leaders, Indian government. Then we should have done. What is the use now? Now what we can do? We are just trying to pray, and some of the ISKCON officials, they are writing to the ISKCON government of India. The government of India will appeal. Just see, because of such type of sentiments, yes, they are suffering, that is true, but they should know how to gather strength also. What they can do also. Their plight is so, we cannot even find fault in them. Their plight is so bad. Plight is so bad. They cannot even run and come. Our India is open to welcome them. But they cannot even run and come. So the plight is bad, what we can speak. Easy to speak. but difficult to experience, isn't it? So stop here. And Chakalpatarudasya, pass into Devacha. Paritanam Pavani Vaishnavi Jai Shri Prabhupada Ki Jai.